Environmental advocates say large pits used to store livestock manure pose threats to your health, and they argue that newly proposed state rules don't go far enough to protect the environment. RTV6 State House reporter Katie Hines joins us live to explain. Katie?
The state already regulates manure storage facilities that are on farms, but a state board is now looking at new regulations for pits and lagoons that are off-site. There are currently 3 here in the state of Indiana, all in Henry and Randolph counties, and at least a portion of the waste that is contained in them is from out of state. Indiana currently has 3 facilities that are categorized as satellite manure storage structures, or SIMS. They're buildings, lagoons, pits, or tanks, and they're designed to store large amounts of solid or liquid manure until the substance is needed for another purpose, like fertilization.
The idea would be that if a crop farmer wants to utilize manure for his cropland as a fertilizer, that they would be able to construct a permitted storage facility to contain that.
The SIMS hold at least 1 million gallons of liquid manure or 5,000 cubic yards of solid manure, and they currently accept livestock waste from outside Indiana. Right now, anyone who builds or expands the capacity of one of the storage facilities must get approval from the state ahead of time. But the Indiana Department of Environmental Management is looking at regulations to oversee the facilities, specifically to protect surrounding aquifers, wells, and other surface and groundwater sources from leaks, seepage, and runoff. Environmental advocates are concerned the proposed rules aren't enough.
The concern is that this rule, as written, allows these structures to be built in really sensitive areas like karst terrain, where there's sinkholes, in sandy soils, in areas where 100-year floodplains, where we know that there's direct access to groundwater and surface water.
Dozens of people attended a public hearing Wednesday. It's one of the initial steps in implementing new rules for the satellite manure storage structures. We're learning that just in the last hour, the board here did give initial approval to these new rules. Still one step in what's going to be a many-step-long process. But as part of these new regulations, today's proposed rules also allow for the construction of what are called earthen lagoons. Those are located half above ground and half below ground, and we'll have more on that coming up at 6. For now, live at the State House, Katie Hines, RTV6.